Hi, you're watching Construction Gaming and welcome back to New Chester on City Skylines. This is going to be episode number 30 in the series, and I thought I'd start by just taking a quick look round and taking stock of where we're up to so far. Before I start that though, I've treated myself to a blue snowball microphone, and I'm just getting used to the settings on that, so if you think the levels of the music versus the voice are off, let me know in the comments below and I'll try and adjust them accordingly. The microphone is a lot more sensitive than I'm used to, but hopefully it should be better. So anyway, let's have a look at the city, starting at Chester City Centre. It's called New Chester after all. This is basically a representation of Chester. This is the city centre. If you remember the walled city that we built with the wall going round, it's kind of historic looking with some older buildings in there and some modern ones mixed in. And then we have the surrounding areas with these terrace houses which are in keeping with the city, I think. We come down to here, we have Blacon and Sorgull village close together. I haven't done any trees on that yet, so that needs some trees. Where else? This is Upton here. I couldn't remember what this was called, so I've called this University Point because this was where a lot of the students lived because of the large university campus here. We come over here. This is pretty much we work from this direction, so we've got Hambridge, Saltney and Beach coming into this roundabout, and there's a little area here as well with the golf course that we built, or I built rather. Coming down, we've got this quarry which is where an industrial estate is. Lots of farms out here, using all of this farming resource as much as I can. Coming down, we've got Broughton, which we extended further off this way. We've got Broughton, this is supposed to represent Airbus, where they make the wings for the A380 amongst other things. I marked it as a fuel resource just to mark it out really, but we have this cargo airport which is in keeping because it does have an airstrip where the Beluga aircraft takes off, which carries components around Europe and across the world to manufacture the aeroplanes. And then coming down we have, what do we have? Almost forgotten. Sandycroft and Queen's Ferry, and then Shotton and Connors Quay. Mancott up here as well. Go back to this view, it's a bit better. Recently built this bypass using the space I got through using the 81 tiles mod. Got a bit of a junction here coming across to serve the large industrial estate. This is Deeside Industrial Park. This is massive, which obviously is represented here with all of this industry going on. Hive of activity with lots of traffic. I'm not sure what's going on there. Actually, I think I do know what's going on. No, not sure. Might be some issues with some roads disappearing like that. Just need to fix that before I carry on. Basically, I had a problem with a computer and had to reinstall Windows, and in doing so I've lost some of the mods. Obviously the city is working, so I have resubscribed to the mods, but there are some issues with roads, it would appear, that just disappeared altogether. Anyway, back to the tour. So there we have Deeside Industrial Park with this mega junction, another cargo airport here. Actually no, I tell a lie, this is just a normal small passenger airport with two planes glitching into each other. And then we have the cargo airport here. Bit of artistic license. There was an RAF sort of base here. Up until very recently they used to repair helicopters for the RAF, so there would have been some sort of airstrip here. And then if we go up to this road here, we've got a bit of industrial estate. It's quite a busy junction, and this leads us up to Ellesmere Port. We've built in the last episode the Cheshire Oaks designer outlet with the aquarium and the mall representing that, and then this large town. It's still a lot to grow, as you can see. I've marked out a lot of the districts with these roads for the minute. I've started adding some detail with the trees just to make it, it's amazing the difference it makes. If you look at here where there's very few trees, and then I've been a bit busy with the low poly trees by PD Elmo. I really do like these. Got a good selection in there. And then we've got Stanlow Oil Refinery. Well, the start of it anyway. There's still a lot to cover here. I've built this rail yard, which isn't being that well used, but it might be in the future. But we've got a lot of resource here to use still. So I think that is it. We've got a zoo to build still, Chester Zoo, which is famous across the UK. I think it's one of the biggest zoos, maybe second behind London Zoo possibly. So that'll be, where will that be? Be around here somewhere on this road. I started putting some of the connections in just to connect Chester with Ellesmere Port and get those connections built in. But yeah, that's where we're up to. 30 episodes in, it's hard to believe. Starting all those weeks and months ago, where we'd be up to today. Really pleased with the progress. There's still a lot to build. Maybe another 20 episodes possibly before we've finished and we can move on to a new series. But I'm really determined to get this finished after all the false starts that I had at the beginning, well, the middle to the end of last year with the original New Chester. I think we've come a long way, and I'm just quite pleased with it, really. I'll just say that. So what I was going to do for the time lapse is do some detailing for Cheshire Oaks, because this is supposed to be like a prime designer outlet, tourist attraction and all that, so it needs some detailing, make it look a bit nicer, a bit more attractive. So that's what I'm going to do for the time lapse, which I will start now. There we go, I think that looks a bit better with the extra detailing. I had to nip off partway through recording, or at the start of the recording the time lapse, just to turn on prop tree anarchy, because it wasn't allowing me to put these decals down onto the path. So I've got that nice whatever you want to call it there now on the ground, and over here as well, right up into the shops and the building. Just helps make it look a bit better, a bit more detailed. I'm not a huge detailer, but I just wanted to add a bit of extra something to this area of the map. I hope you'll agree it does look a bit better. Well, that's it for this episode. I think I'm going to continue Ellesmere Port off camera, because it is just lots and lots of house building, I think. And then in the next episode, next on Tuesday, I'll try and do something a bit interesting, maybe Chester Zoo possibly. We'll see how far we get. But for today, this is it, done. Until next time, bye bye.